if you have any children, I really recommend this book that is Santa Jaws, which is published by Bloomsbury. You can also find on the Bloomsbury website this printable activity pack, and I created this activity pack. So as part of my apprenticeship with LDN to get a publishing assistant qualification, which you can find more about up here, I was working with the various teams at Bloomsbury to create an activity pack for Santa Jaws. So the aim is for some of our children's books, we have an additional activity pack that you can download that has word searches, mazes, puzzles, colouring pictures, etc. in it, as just like something extra to go along with the book. So I'm going to be putting some of the other examples of other activity packs on the screen now to show you what they look like from other books. So this overall was such a fun experience. I got to work with the design team, so I briefed the designers for what actually to do, so I didn't actually design it and create it myself because I don't have the design capabilities for that. So I basically decided what would be included, how it would look, etc., and then briefed that to the designers, and then when it came back with corrections, I had to tell them what to do with that. So I decided that there was going to be 5 activities in this activity pack, and then the answers at the end. The first thing that I had to sort of include is for branding and consistency purposes that Bloomsbury logo and the title, etc., would be on the front page. So that is what you see here. So you can see at the bottom it's got the Bloomsbury logo, etc. You've also got a little sticker there, and then the main, obviously, front cover. What's also a little bit different is you can see this size of the Santa Jaws book, and then the activity pack, this is A4, whereas this is more of a square size. So it was a case of making sure that this picture from the front cover of the book fit an A4 page. In order to better understand the book that I was working with, I was kindly sent the copy of Santa Jaws, in which I read in about 5-10 minutes. I actually really did enjoy it, and obviously reading it helped me understand what sort of things would be needed for the activity pack. So I always used to really like word searches when I was younger, so that was an absolute definite for me. I was going to do that first. So this is what the final piece of the word search looks like, and it was basically my job to find out a bunch of words, keywords from the books that I'd use for the word search. So I've got Christmas, festive, fish, Jaws, Santa, sea, shark, squid, swim, underwater, all words relating to the book. And then it was my job to brief how the word search would end up actually looking and where the answers would be. So as I said, I didn't actually create this word search, that's what the design team do, ensuring that the fonts all match the inside of the book, etc. But they're the kind of words that I chose. The next thing that I did was a spot the difference. So originally I actually chose a different picture for this, and then it came back when we were getting it approved from like the editorial, the design and the marketing teams. There was a couple of changes that had to be made, so we ended up on a different picture. If you can hear the trains going past, I do apologise for that background noise. So this is what the final spot the difference page looks like. So that picture actually originated from the last 2 pages of the book, which is across 2 pages. This was also slightly difficult because I had to download the text files and the image files, and because these are split across 2 different pages, that's how they were saved as files as well. So it meant sending that to the designer and basically saying obviously it needs to be 1 long picture as opposed to 2 separate ones. And then I basically just looked at the actual book and was like, oh, I want to change this, I want to change this. So for example, this little yellow fish here, I changed the colour of that. I removed his Santa hat and they had to find that difference, and I changed the colour of one of the presents here, and the seahorse here as well, I also removed that, so they had to find that was gone. And then I always loved colouring still as an adult, so I wanted to do a colouring page. So this was obviously, because it's for younger children, I had to find an image that was going to be easy for them to colour. So for example, this page would not be appropriate because there's just so many intricate details and would be really hard for the design team to make an outline of the image. So in the end I chose this page, and then what it actually looked like on the activity pack is this. On one of the front pages of the book, it says welcome to Santa's Grotto here, and I thought that's a perfect opportunity having that blank page there. And originally I think I did ask for something like to put words in there and say like, tell us what you like most about Christmas. But then we decided, because we didn't want it too wordy, we would do it as a drawing activity. So this is what the final thing looks like. So it was draw your favourite thing about Christmas, and it gives them that whole page to just do as they please. Also had to work on like the title, so draw your favourite thing about Christmas, and then the subheadings that this one says, use the space below to draw what you love most about Christmas. Shelley has already made a start, so using the actual names from the characters of the book as well, so in this case it was Shelley that was used. You can also see in the bottom that each page as well we have a little picture of the book, basically just reminding people to buy the book. Then an idea that I stole from one of the other activity packs before I began this was doing these mini puzzles. So when you literally crop out a bit of the picture and put them all at the bottom, and then you have to obviously fill in where it goes. I kind of gave the design team here a bit of freedom and basically just said just crop out 4 bits in a puzzle shaped piece and just do it wherever you want. Because the book is really image and colour heavy, it didn't really matter where it came from, obviously, as long as it was easy to find where the missing piece would go. And then finally, obviously, we have the answer sheet. So that word search, for example, is how I laid it out to on the actual brief. So I basically put all where the answers were in red, so the design team didn't have to actually sit there and do it themselves before they created it. And then you can see on this spot the difference, for example, all the changes are just circled there. So overall, it was such a fun experience because I was working on children's books, and sharks are one of my absolute favourite animals, really weirdly, and it was just a really fun thing to work on. Had a lot of freedom with it, which was so fun as well. Like for the word search, for example, I could just choose whatever words I wanted, and the design of it, etc. And I also got to work really closely with the other teams, so the design team, for example, and then obviously the marketing and publicity teams that let me do this. There was actually a round of corrections that had to be made, just minor things. Even just from that, I learned a lot from that round of corrections. So that's what the final activity pack looks like. If you do happen to have any younger siblings, children, family, friends, etc., make sure you download that. I'll put a link in the description below so that you can find that easily. So yeah, I hope you found it interesting, a little bit of behind the scenes of what happens when we create our activity packs for Bloomsbury. We have loads of these for all our different children's books, so make sure you look on our website for all the different ones we have available. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. So yeah, but for now, thank you for watching. Bye.